Hi everyone. Well, I've said that I'm going to do like a breastfeeding update, so here I am. See if I can find a way to start with it. Well, basically it's going really well actually. The first 2 nights in hospital he was waking me like every hour to be fed, and I thought, oh my god, it's going to carry on like this. But obviously once my milk had come in, he settled down loads, and every night I kind of feed him every 2 to 3 hours depending on what time of day it is. Like on a night time he wants feeding a little bit more, and then he gets fed last at about 11 I'd say, and then goes for 3 hours, so that makes 2, and then he gets me up about 5:30, 6, and I feed him again. So that's pretty much how it's been for the last couple of weeks really. There's been a couple of occasions last week where on an evening he wanted feeding loads and loads and loads, but not to the extent that Frankie and Bobby did. Frankie and Bobby were like, especially Bobby wanted feeding so much, and obviously I stopped feeding him when he was about 8 weeks I think, and I found it really difficult with the growth spurts and stuff. But I think George is probably, I don't know, it doesn't seem to me like he's going through a growth spurt, because he just feeds like a little angel. He feeds brilliantly, and it's not like he's like waking up wittering. He'll wake up and be quiet. He'll be waking up and he won't be crying to be fed. And after I've fed him, if he's still awake, I lay him back down and he settles himself off and goes to sleep on his own. So to be honest, I'm not finding it really hard work at the moment. I'm finding it a lot easier than waking up in the night, coming downstairs and preparing a bottle of formula, because obviously you just put your baby straight on your boob, don't you? You don't have to mess about with the formula and stuff. So I'm finding it quite good. I don't feel all that sleep deprived. Probably more sleep deprived because of Bobby. But yeah, it's going really well. I was going to give him a dummy. I planned on giving him a dummy, but I haven't even given him one of those because I don't feel at the moment that he needs one. I'm sure things will change at some point and I'll be thinking, I'm going to give him one, or I don't. None of my children have had a dummy, so if he really needs one, then I'll give him one. But if not, he seems to settle himself really well, and he'll lay there with his eyes open, and then he'll just bob off to sleep on his own while I'm watching him. He's lovely, bless him. He's asleep at the moment. The school run was a success this morning, and I was like 20 minutes early after I took the girls, and I was 20 minutes early for Frankie. So we sat in the waiting room and I sat and fed Georgie because he woke up, and put him back in the pushchair after, and he fell straight to sleep. And when I got in, I fed him again on the other side, and he's still asleep now. He's really settled. Now, this is what I call organised. I've never been this organised in my entire life. Have a Holly. I've got Emily down here drawing a nice Christmas picture. Yeah, Em, say cheese.
Cheese.
I've got Holly on a DSI. On a doggy game.
You looked in my diary.
Sorry. I've got a nice tidy-ish, cleanish kitchen. And down here we have Bobby already sat in his pushchair, waiting to go, minus the coat and shoes. And little Frankie playing choo-choos on the floor.
Hello, Frankie.
And in here, Georgie's just slept completely through the hoover, so he's in here fast asleep, look. Still. He's going to want feeding, look, he's staring. Now it's time to get little Georgie ready, because he's got a very full nappy. We've got an audience today.
It's cod came off.
I know, his cod has come off. Oh, it's healing really well, look.
Ouch. Give me a kissy there. Papa. Kiss him.
I've had no sore nipples. I've had no... I've had nothing like that. He attaches on great. And yeah, it's just all good really. I don't want to jinx myself by saying it, but I'm finding it so far a lot easier than I did previously with Bobby. I'm sure now I've said that everything will change. Touch wood, it doesn't, but I hope it doesn't. You know, I'm ready for the growth spurts, I'm ready to be feeding constantly, but so far it's not happening. He got weighed 5 days after he was born. He got weighed and he'd gone down to £7.1 from £7.6.5, and then 5 days after that, which was Monday I think, he got weighed again and he was £7.11, so he put on like 10 ounces in that 5 days. So, you know, I know that he's getting enough, I know that he's putting on his weight. He's going to be weighed again on Monday, which just reminds me I've double booked because I'm meant to be registering his birth on Monday. So good job I just reminded myself of that, really. So we'll find out then what he's put on. So, but I love it when I'm feeding him and he's gulping it down, and I just love feeding him. It's one of the things I was so obviously meeting him was what I was really excited to do. When I was pregnant, I couldn't wait to meet him, but I couldn't wait to start breastfeeding him, and I just love the closeness it gives you to your child. And yeah, it's just, I love it, I do. So yep, everything is fine, and yeah, I hope you all are as well. Okay, bye.